Have you ever wondered how websites go from static pages to dynamic and interactive experiences? That's where JavaScript comes in. JavaScript is a programming language that breathes life into websites, making them responsive, engaging, and fun to use. Think of a website like a house. HTML is the structure, CSS is the paint and decorations, and JavaScript is the electricity that makes everything work. It allows you to add animations, handle user input, and even build complex web applications. JavaScript is everywhere on the web. From the simple button click to complex games and single-page applications, it powers the interactive elements you encounter every day. Learning JavaScript opens up a world of possibilities for web development. Whether you're a complete beginner or have some coding experience, understanding JavaScript basics is crucial for anyone who wants to build for the web. So let's dive in and explore the fundamentals of this powerful language. In the world of programming, data is king, but like any valuable resource, data needs a place to be stored and managed. That's where variables come in. Think of variables as containers for your data. You can give each container a name, and inside you can store different types of information, numbers, text, or even true, false values. In JavaScript, declaring a variable is simple. You use the keyword let or const followed by the variable name. For example, creates a variable called age and stores the number 25 in it. Variables make your code organized and readable. Instead of repeating the same value multiple times, you can store it once in a variable and use the variable name throughout your code. This makes it easier to update and maintain your code in the long run. Just like we use different containers to store different things in our homes, JavaScript uses different data types to represent various kinds of information. Numbers, strings, text, and booleans, true, false, are some of the fundamental data types in JavaScript. Numbers are straightforward, used for calculations and representing quantities. Strings, on the other hand, are enclosed in single or double quotes and represent text. Booleans hold either true or false values, which are crucial for decision-making in your code. Understanding data types is essential because it determines how your data will be treated by JavaScript. For instance, you can perform mathematical operations on numbers but not on strings. By knowing the different data types and how to use them effectively, you can write more efficient and error-free JavaScript code. Operators are the symbols in JavaScript that perform actions on your data. They allow you to manipulate and work with the information stored in your variables. Arithmetic operators such as plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulus are used for basic mathematical calculations. Comparison operators like double equals, not equals, greater than, greater than, or equal to, and less than or equal to let you compare values and return true or false based on the comparison. Logical operators like and, and not allow you to combine and modify Boolean values. Operators are essential for performing any meaningful task in JavaScript. They allow you to write expressions that evaluate to specific values, which are then used to control the flow of your code. By mastering operators, you gain the ability to write more dynamic and powerful JavaScript code. Section 5. Conditionals, making decisions in JavaScript. In programming, just like in life, we need to make decisions based on certain conditions. Conditionals in JavaScript provide the ability to execute different blocks of code based on whether a given condition is true or false. The most common conditional statement is the if statement. It checks if a condition is true and executes the code within its block. You can also add an else block to execute a different set of code if the condition is false. For example, you can use an if statement to check if a user is logged in. If they are, you might display their profile information. Otherwise, you might show a login form. Conditionals are crucial for creating dynamic and responsive web applications. They allow your code to adapt to different situations and provide a personalized user experience. Section 6. Loops, repeating actions efficiently. Imagine having to repeat the same task multiple times in your code. It would be tedious and time-consuming, right? Loops in JavaScript come to the rescue by allowing you to repeat a block of code multiple times based on a condition. The for loop is commonly used when you know the number of iterations in advance. It iterates over a sequence of values such as numbers and executes the code within its block for each value. For instance, you can use a for loop to iterate over an array of items and display each item on the page. Loops are essential for working with collections of data and performing repetitive tasks efficiently. Section 7. Functions, reusable blocks of code. Functions are like recipes in programming. They allow you to group a set of instructions into a reusable block of code that can be called upon whenever needed. Defining a function in JavaScript is simple. You use the function keyword followed by the function name, parentheses for parameters, and curly braces to enclose the function body. Functions promote code reusability and organization. Instead of repeating the same code in multiple places, you can encapsulate it within a function and call the function whenever you need that functionality. By breaking down your code into smaller reusable functions, you make it more modular, easier to understand, and less prone to errors. Section 8. Events making your website interactive. What makes websites truly engaging is their ability to respond to user actions. Events in JavaScript provide a way to capture and handle these interactions, making your website dynamic and interactive. Events can be triggered by various user actions such as clicking a button, moving the mouse, or submitting a form. When an event occurs, you can execute a specific block of code associated with that event. For example, you can attach an event listener to a button that, when clicked, displays an alert message or performs a specific action. Events are crucial for creating interactive elements and providing a seamless user experience on your website. Section 9. Conclusion: your JavaScript journey begins. Congratulations on taking your first steps into the world of JavaScript. You've learned the fundamentals of this powerful language, from variables and data types to functions and events. But this is just the beginning. JavaScript has so much more to offer, from manipulating the DOM to making API calls and building complex web applications. The key is to keep practicing and exploring. Here's a simple project idea to get you started. Create a to-do list application where users can add, delete, and mark tasks as complete. This project will allow you to apply the concepts you've learned and solidify your understanding of JavaScript basics. Remember, the best way to learn is by doing. So keep coding, keep experimenting, and most importantly, have fun on your JavaScript journey.